It's week 2 of the 2025 season. And coming up, we'll see the dynamic Alvin Kamara. He's coming off a banner week, over 160 yards in that one. It's the Falcons and the Eagles, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 23.
Opened back in 2003, have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in week 1.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead. And we're off in week 2 from the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
You want to talk about a driven player, partner. This guy is absolutely that person. He doesn't just have goals in this game. He wants to be remembered among the best to play the position, and he treats every game as an audition for that. It's a lofty goal to set for yourself, but we've seen his drive lead to some impressive games from him. Perhaps another one is in store today.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Never make the mistake of the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Christian Watson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll see he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone. And we can see on the next-gen stats, he picked up nearly 30 yards after that initial contact. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention. And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Kamara gets it again on second down. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
And the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Now Devlin.
And that's going to be incomplete. But man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive.
This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week.
19 carries, 99 yards.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Touchdown, Eagles. Christian Watson.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Throwing to start the drive. Devlin.
Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Looking to throw on second down. Devlin. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Kamara with a run on first down, but he's fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage there. No gain. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking left sideline, incomplete. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Devlin. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. And he stopped immediately there. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
They hand off to their big tight end. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that's going to be caught front. Eagles touchdown. Greg Dulcich from 3 yards out. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead.
Well, this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And a Greg Dulcich touchdown reception finished that drive off. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
And here now come the Falcons.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
To throw on third down, Devlin.
Throw left side, complete to Tony.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. He'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now, Falcon football. So not quite out of danger just yet. Still backed up a bit, but only need a few inches here on 2nd down. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Back to throw. Devlin.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. To throw on 2nd down. Devlin.
He'll go right back to Tunyon.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. 2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. On 3rd down, Devlin. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick-6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick-6.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Well, the Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And the next-gen stat's going to show just how much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds, the final clocking.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Pierce now up the middle.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
2nd and 4. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Here's 2nd and 8. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Batted by the safety, but caught anyway. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Hey, during the course of any game, you'll see tip passes. But how often do we actually see the running back come up and end up making the play?
Well, shifty fella getting in there and grabbing it.
Yeah, you know, they always talk about how running backs have a nose for the end zone. They have a nose for the ball, too. They want in their hands at all times.
So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11th.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Devlin.
He's got Cooper Kupp on the slant.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle 3rd of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. They run it again with Kamara.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
He's got Hamler on the out route.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
That one caught downfield by Watson.
Touchdown, Philadelphia!
Christian Watson.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Eagles would extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first two quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. This one fielded at the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
To throw on second down, Devlin. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. The final shot before break. Devlin. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. And it's the Cardinals who are out in front in that one. Michael Thomas, a touchdown reception. From there, it's off to North Carolina to check on the Panthers at home in Charlotte. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Antonio Gibson, 3 touchdown runs. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. Austin Eckler, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And the Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And we'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Back to the air on second down. Devlin.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
To throw on third down. Devlin got a man. It's Tunyon. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Kamara up the middle. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. From the gun on third down. Devlin, man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A give. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Looking to throw. Devlin. Tunyon's got it on the out route. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
And Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Take him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he was really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know if a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
They go again with Pierce. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, a give to Mitchell.
Gets around him.
And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Back to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Pierce.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Back to the ground with Pierce.
Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. On play action, they'll throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcon 16. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
The partner is still in the 3rd quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Well, this has been a long drive. You know that defense, they're craving to get off the field. They were able to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
Yeah, and on the offensive side of the ledger, they were thinking about how do we punctuate this drive with 6, right? Making an exclamation point. Instead, you got to put a question mark next to this drive now after the fumble, even though they recovered it.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 9-yard touchdown ground.
And the Eagles have got it on cruise control. So, Charles, they are well on their way to a 2-0 start. Now, last week, they had the close victory. This one more commanding, much more comfortable.
Well, the sense we got from them was that last week they felt like they didn't play their best. They got the win, but they weren't really on top of their game. But they put it all together here in this one, haven't they? What an impressive, impressive performance.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. Now Devlin.
A quick pass to Cup. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it.
Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now.
And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good, and I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked.
And they'll go right back to Pierce.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Running this slant, and he finds Mitchell. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Give left side for Pierce.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
So out come the Falcons now.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Listen, the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun. Devlin. They'll get this one to Cup. Complete. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard strike. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and they will remain well behind. A tough day for this offense continues. One of their best chances to get on the scoreboard there, couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's not looking like it's going to happen for them today, does it? I mean, opportunity after opportunity, play after play has gone against them the entire game. They probably feel a little bit like Schleprock, got that black cloud over their heads.
Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23. A 3rd down gain of 19. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
A run for Pierce out of the gun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 6. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Devlin buying time to his left.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
They'll look to throw again.
Connecting with Kupp here on the out route.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. On on first down. Devlin steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Eagles, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And next week, they get to stay home again as the Los Angeles Chargers come to town.